We're
reached
at
out
three
to
actually.
Sparrow. You reached out to Sparrow and you asked if you could talk to Luke.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yep.
Where are you currently?
I should be at Talbell, correct?
Are you like in Talonfell specific? Like where
Yeah.
specifically?
It like. Okay, so we came back from the card, so it should be right outside the card.
At this point, you would see Lucio probably standing off to the side.
There he is once again, watching. Let me go talk to him, and I'll go to him.
So, my granddaughter says you wish to speak to me.
I wish to speak to your friend.
You mean the one I consider my brother? Oh, it's not Luke. Nope.
You are you're asking a demon an explanation of brotherhood.
Alright. Eh,
But might as well meet that final family member.
well, unfortunately, yeah. So, Gumbi Haman anyway. But might as well get the introductions out of the way. And then he unexpectedly grabbed her shoulder and gripped both teleported.
All right then.
When you open your eyes again, you are in what seems to be the sort of foundry of sorts. There's all sorts of different trinkets, different machines, different tools, different everything. Something as small as like a ring to something as huge as a giant machine. Almost the size of like the door that you saw back at the waterfall.
Well, he wasn't lying when he said he made the Sentinels. I think the two steampunk enjoyers would love this place.
And as you look around a bit more, you then realize that right in the middle seems to be this little table, though it's a lot bigger than you expected. As I would like to remind you, Lucio is like huge. However, Rowan, that's because of what he is. As same with Rowan, he is a hybrid. So as you see Rowan is sitting down at this table, you see that he's sitting crisscross. However, even at this height, he's even taller than Lucio.
I need to increase my size.
As you see the pair of him trying to figure out what race he is, you also notice he seems to have some sort of ears and tail. Like some sort of griffin almost. As you then hear him speak. If you're wondering what I am, and I'm a hybrid of sorts. I'm a faunus griffin beastkin and a what's the name you call it again? Shoot. A giant?
Well, I'd be surprised about the combination, but I've already seen a couple of you.
So
Not race, but a lot of people with weird combinations recently.
Makes more sense. It then turns to Lucio. So, might I ask why you brought him here? He wishes to speak with you. And I thought, why not get the introductions out of the way? After all, you'll probably be seeing him again anyway.
You see that you say that quite happily.
Lucio remains silent.
Yeah, as he said, I am here to, well, introduce myself mostly before all the others do. And I thought I'd met every single other member of this sprawling family tree. Might as well meet the closest thing to a friend.
He seems to lean down, almost like he's space whispering to you. Yeah, I don't know how he does it either.
Yeah, I I'm not gonna ask. I prefer my life.
Fair enough. Anyway, might I ask, your name, please?
You may call me V.
V. Well, it's nice to meet you. From what I can tell, you're some sort of demon. An archdemon, to be
Well,
exact.
if you count by classification, yes.
Hmm,
It's becoming more and more difficult to hide it.
that's surprising. After all, hiding what you are is pretty difficult. Hell, even Lucio has times hiding it. Or
Yeah,
hard
he has
times.
his own problems.
Though, yet again, as much as I've offered to help him with that, he keeps saying no. Also, you have noticed that Lucio has wandered off and started looking at the shit around the foundry.
You tried to help him with hiding it?
Well, obviously, since if you're hearing human appearance, you know that encountering a demon straight up causes problems.
Mostly for the demon.
Exactly. However, this one over here doesn't tend to hide his fucking size, and instead just plays it off as him being a shit, what's the name? It's not a giant, but it's a giant ass race. Like you guys talked.
Goliath?
Goliath. There you go.
Yeah, I have my own trick.
As
But if I
Lucio,
explain that, it's a bit creepy.
says from the corner, if I seem intimidating, people are less likely to attack me.
Ah, yes, because you need to change your form into something intimidating.
Crone just kind of sighs in exasperation. Of course. Anyway.
He does have a point.
Yeah, he does, but at the same time, I wish he'd be a little bit more friendly.
Open?
Open and friendly. It seems he's gotten so stuck in that. So I definitely hope loosen him up a little bit over the years. Or millennia.
Seems like you've done a lot over the years, and V acts like he's looking around.
Well, this is my official demi-plane that I've chosen to make. Though there are other foundries and forges all over different worlds. As I'm aware, you found one, actually.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you about that. I now have a Sentinel, it was called. More like a puppet.
May I ask, is it white, blue, and gold?
Yes.
Ah, that would be Loki. As then he flicks his wrist and a hologram appears of actual Loki. Strong one, that one. Also a bit of a trickster.
It's
Yeah, it's actually alive. Has its own personality and everything.
and yet it feels soulless to me.
Well, here's something that not many people know. Magic is tying directly to the soul. And if that magic is untied completely, that soul would die, shattered. Never be able to revive again. It even works on demons specifically. Even if something doesn't have magic, that magic's still there tied to the soul. If anything were to happen to it, that soul could be shattered across everything. Never to revive ever again.
But there are tricks around that.
Exactly. However, not all of them are very ethical or easy to do. However,
I try.
this one right here, as he points to Loki, does not have a soul, correct? That's because he's not filled with the magic needed to have an actual soul himself to be sucked out and used. I made them that way purposely.
Safety mechanism?
Yes. And also,
Uh,
this should tell you that even though it's run by magic, it also has a dead magic lock feature, or safety feature, as it is not affected by it.
by dead magic.
Correct. Any
You
of
might
its
be more useful.
abilities or weapons and whatnot are not affected whatsoever.
I only know of very few things that can get around that.
No, I should probably warn you, he's not a normal Warforged, or Sentinel, as you call it. If you look at him closely, you probably realize that he looks almost the size of a human, and that the skin he has is made of metal. That's mostly because he was more of an accident that I made. Though, surprising one nonetheless.
Aren't we all?
Let's just say
And
I accidentally created something.
yeah, seems to be going around. And I'm supposed to figure out this thing?
I mean, if you want the answer, I will happily give it to you.
If you would be so kind.
The thing that I created is some sort of almost parasitic thing. If it attaches itself to a being, it will slowly turn that person into what you see before you. However, it matches that person's personality more than just turning into another version of Loki.
Good to know.
Unfortunately for me, this thing has gotten out a few times and affected different people. I managed to round them all up and make it to where they weren't suffering anymore. That's why he
I
was soulless. Sorry.
I promise you of everyone, I'm not going to be the person who'll have a problem with its ethics.
The main reason
Although I
for
do try.
the main reason for it being soulless is because the soul that it was originally attached to is gone and dead. The
Use as fuel.
Yes. The parasite basically ate it alive while changing its body. Loki's person was the few points fortunate to die very quickly. But it doesn't stop what happened.
I think it'll fit.
As you probably realized, you probably can control the thing yourself, which is also intended. That way there's at least some way to control it without it going haywire.
I managed to get used to it pretty quickly, but I don't think that that's the norm.
No, it is not. That's why I hit the things in the first place.
This thing might be a worthy guardian.
They definitely are. They're used as all sorts of different things. As far as I'm aware, at least 6, maybe 7 of them have been found total. You would probably make number 8.
Well, with any luck, we'll find more.
Correct. If I remember correctly, there are 53 of them. I don't think you'll find all of them, but you'll find some of them.
And they're scattered across worlds.
All sorts of different ones, of course. Though some of them also here in the Foundry, though I'd rather those not get out.
World travel is always something that weirds me out.
Oh, so?
You'd think one world is enough.
Unfortunately for the gods, nothing is ever enough. It seems to turn to a bit of a serious tone for
that. Speaking of, I recently helped one of his granddaughters out with something with her own, something called a travel stone. Seemed quite interesting.
Oh, don't tell me she broke it again.
If you don't, not anymore. But don't tell that to her brother.
I see. So I'm guessing you or someone you know fixed it.
A friend, or they consider it.
Okay. Interesting. Seems to be in deep thought for a second. Would it happen to be a Latinete chance?
A what?
A Latinete. It's a doll, basically made of like wood, very pliable wood,
Porcelain?
or sometimes even porcelain. Yes, they're made to look almost like children most of the time.
Another one of your creations?
Not the one that I started, but I definitely have created a couple, mostly at the request of others. In fact, the world you're in is called Zenith, correctly? There was
Yes.
one that I made in there for a royal couple. They said they needed someone to help not only protect their kids, but also to help teach them.
That is the one that I know. Calls herself Abby.
Abby. Oh yes, that's right. That's the couple that they gave her. Sorry, I seem a bit distracted at the moment. Trying to track down the old forge that I made. I left something behind in there.
I used to know an old inventor.
Really?
But that's a story for another day. If I told you who it was, you might grow curious.
Curious enough as it is, but to each their own.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Exactly.
Is there anything you would like me to tell this Abby?
Well, considering that she's part of the group you're traveling with, I'm assuming she'll get to meet me eventually. I might as well save it for myself.
All right then.
Namada asks, "Why is it that you wanted to see me?" Normally, when people
Well,
come here, they're asking me to make something.
well, in all honesty, I originally met with Luke Hill for the first time. He seemed fine with my existence, although that was surprising. Sparrow quite seems to like me, so does Raven. And Crow despises me for some reason. I'm assuming due to my origins. I wanted to
Crow,
see how you fit in.
as Lukio says behind you, Crow despises all demons. Besides those of his family and Groen, he despises all. Well, I shouldn't really be counting for you, should I? No, you shouldn't be. I'm not of any demon, as you call it. An aberration, maybe, but nothing of that sort.
No, your soul's completely different.
That's expected.
Also, aberration, a weird term. But the reason was very simple. I was curious. You all should technically hate me.
Well, I don't. And Lukio doesn't seem to either, from what I can tell.
I don't think I'd live much.
Correct.
Depends on how quickly he'd be able to find me.
Oh, don't doubt that. It will show you just how fast he is.
Working on something against that. But the main thing that surprises me is that whenever a demon is brought into a rift, then it's fair game. But with me, you guys seemed accepting to even happy to a certain degree.
Well, me and Lukio have been along for, what, a very long time? That would be correct. For how long we've lived, let's just say when we were younger, we were, or well, Lucio specifically was definitely as you described. But not long after the two of us became friends, I started to change him from that for a little bit. Though he seems he's still somewhat stuck in his aggressiveness. I don't think you're ever going to be able to change that, old friend. Probably not.
I don't think you need to.
Also agreed. But either way, with how long we've been around, it's kind of hard to, well, not be accepting. Especially with that one traveling everywhere. With how much he traveled, he's practically seen it all.
I did see you snap one of my kin's neck. I turned to Lucio. What is the reason that he dies and I live?
I think you know the reason to that, considering the archivist gave you a book.
He's always this cryptic.
Sometimes I like to be more direct, but for now, it's better that you figure it out yourself.
Alright then. And one more thing to both of you, mostly. I could offer my services.
There's something that you can do that I can't already do myself. I think I'm fine.
Oh no, there is.
Ruin's a bit more quiet.
There is something. See, your aberrational qualities give you some advantages, give you resistances to some things that that would considerably make you weak, but they don't give you the full advantages of being a demon. See, you can create bodies, but you can't and possess. At least not as surgically as I can.
You wish to test that theory?
Okay. Let me explain it to you in a bit of a simpler manner, to a manner where you might enjoy. You have so much power that if you enter almost anything, it will likely spontaneously disappear. Turn into ash. None of your family members are even close to demonic enough to be able to do that. Rowan's not even close to a demon. He might be able to create a contraption, but what I can do is I can go into a possessed body and force out the other guy.
Oh boy. Okay. As you're talking, you seem that the arms of your body seem to move slowly. As your mind slowly starts to fog up. As you notice that you are not in control anymore. Izuku then talks to you. I'm not able to do what? Maybe an aberration, but aberrations are things that are what you cannot understand. Things that come from worlds of powers that no one's seen before. As you slowly start walking closer. I'm able to do things a lot easier than you other demons can do. Even including possessing you while I'm still in control of my own body.
And yet, with all the respect in the world, as I have already said, I can do it more surgically than you. I'm not saying I can have more power. Wait. You know what? Like so. Yeah. Yeah. Like so. Okay, back. I have been doing this for thousands of years. I have been in countless bodies. You could ruin a soul, maybe even the entire body. Now, this thing is mostly different. I prefer you don't look into the memories. But I can do it neater than you can. More refined. And quicker, probably.
So you
And
saying
I can be in more spots than you.
saying if I were to do this, you can do it better, as you are now slowly forced out of the body. And are now reverting to your actual form.
Yeah, at that point I would be completely gone.
You say that when you're still here, you seem to be held still right above your body.
I mean, here's the thing. I'd literally have to roll the body that I'm currently using is pretty weak, so there's a really good chance it ends up destroying my body.
I want you to know that you are still tethered to your body. You can still think and do things, but it's just very slow. You can't do anything except like talk in your head and like he can hear. If you were to look closely enough, you can see that you are still tethered to the body. It's still intact. You're just now slightly pushed out of it.
You could still ask. You could ask Crow. I was able to take me into a body and remove one within milliseconds.
You say that when its soul got eaten because of Crow.
The soul wasn't eaten, it died due to sheer weakness.
No, it was eaten. When you do things like that, touching what's called a magic eater, the soul is then eaten by them instead.
And that is my fault?
No, because you didn't know. If anything, it was Crow's for not being more careful.
Yeah, well, I don't seem to be on a hot streak with him. Now, I would like for you to place me back before I feel the need to force.
As long as you get the point. As you're then practically thrown back into your body. As your body then jerks forward. You're fine and everything, but definitely one hell of an experience.
Didn't know how that felt from the other end. And I'll start like fiddling with my suit, putting it properly, placing my hat properly again.
Nikio just seems to like tilt his head like kind of like how a cat would, as he seems to just study you.
Find anything interesting in there?
Anyway, are you done yet?
Do you have a problem with me being here?
No, it's just I would like to get back to doing something else.
Well, it seems like our
leave you here.
Well, it seems like our friend here is in a bit of a hurry. So, it was nice meeting you, and I'll stick out a hand.
Rowan would definitely shake it, but he seems very confused about what just happened. I will say, because of what Rowan is, he didn't hear anything what you guys were saying, but he definitely was able to see it.
Alright then. And I'll just go back with Lucio.
Lucio will teleport you back over to the Talonfell Plaza. And we'll just say, kind of snap a chop away. I see that as
Coming from you?
From me, it's expected. I see this as
Alright then. It's the same theme playing, whether it's like 8 seconds long.
It's like 38 seconds, yeah. It's the main thing that fit.
Also, that head tilt thing that Lukiel does, that's something that Valmont does too. I'm not bullshitting.
I want you to know that every member of Lucio's family does that when they're confused, puzzled, or trying
Sparrow
to
did it as
figure
well.
something else, so they figure something else out. For
Sparrow does
Lucio,
that as well.
when Rowan saw him do that, I want you to know that Rowan was a little scared. Because
Oh
Lucio
no, because
only
it's very much a psychopath thing to do.
because Lucio only does that when he's got morbid curiosity. That means he knows something. so, something
Yeah, I
he
mean,
wants
did
to
he get
figure the fuck
anything of the
out.
memories? Did
Oh,
he get anything of the memories of the body?
he definitely did skim them. He definitely did see.
That's a fucking okay. So this is where the creepy stuff comes in when it comes to V. So basically, what I want to do is that at some point, if they want to either talk to V directly or kill V, they have to go to Sumus Paradisus,
Yes.
right? That's a demiplane of his. Now, I
Yes.
want it to be such a massive shift from the. I don't even want to use the same music. I want it. So basically, there's two stories I'm going to tell you. It's
Mm-hmm.
actually three.
Okay.
One is of Oliver Graves, one is of Penelope Graves, and one is of a band. We can think up the name later.
Okay.
Oliver Graves is very simple. It's the story of an inventor who wanted to save his world by creating Babylon, basically a city that could house everyone, had an infinite amount of resources, and he ended up going insane trying to figure this out. And so basically, he became incredibly powerful, became power hungry, and he also became the first soul that V ended up taking.
Okay.
Now, that also means that his body, V's body, is Oliver Graves. It's
Yes.
Oliver Graves' body. But Oliver Graves' soul is currently constructing Babylon in Sumus Parathesis. Now, Oliver Graves was a genius inventor, made airships, but he was able to make speakers. He made a bunch of stuff. He's very much the steampunk kind of guy.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I made everyone. Why I made specifically Mo and I don't even remember. I made Mo. I didn't know back then about Virus also being in steampunk, but I made Mo roll perception whenever my mask came off because there's a really good chance that he might know Oliver Graves
Yeah.
because this man was an absolute genius inventor. But now he's literally constructing everything in the demi-plane. And my body's the one he's using. Now, the reason why I use the name Oliver Graves is because you know Babylon, the song?
I think so. Yeah.
They have basically, using that song as the music, probably for when they enter that area, among with every other song from that thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically that's what the band is always playing. It's playing one of those songs. Every single song fits beautifully because it's this perfect mix of eerie, like it's like an eerie fairy tale, which perfectly fits.
Yeah.
But and like there's the story of Penelope Graves, which is what happened to her after her husband. Bas- Basically, the story of her becoming lost. Um, and she was a star, which is just like saying that she was really high, and then she fell down, went to like a deserted island, married a man, and who saved her life basically, and then proceeded to basically survive there for a really long time, and then V made a deal with her too. The difference is she gets used for fuel.
Yeah.
Oliver Graves doesn't know this. Because there's a 1 in 5 chance of any soul, one of them could be used for fuel. Just to make everything. Or to make everything function. Now the third one is to explain the song constantly being on. Firstly, there's gonna be speakers everywhere. Because again, Oliver Graves is a scientist, he makes all this shit. And there's basically going to be in the city of Babylon, which is like a big ass tower. It's like a tower mountain like thing.
Yeah.
There's going to be one really big tavern, and there is one band playing, and they're only playing these songs over and over again. Now, the whole story behind them is that they were starting to go bankrupt. They were starting to hate each other. So one of the band members simply wished for all of them to keep making songs together forever. V offers that. And now they're playing these songs in Sumus Paradisus forever. They're basically trapped.
Yeah.
You start to realize why this is really creepy.
Yeah.
And some of these songs are fucking haunting. Like songs like Penelope Graves. I'll send you the album.
Okay.
You can listen to it in your free time. I'll send you in a bit. That's basically what is. But basically, because it's that body, there's a really good chance that what's
Most
his name?
character.
Yeah. Most character would know him. Lukiel would have known his memories, but I don't think Lukiel would give a fuck about the ethics. Let's be honest here.
No, he does not.
I do not think he cares. I don't think any of what's so fun for V about this group is that none of them are really ethical. All of them are kind of not good people.
Correct.
Like even someone as nice as Rowan is still very fine. It doesn't even care about the idea of making a body into a sentinel.
Well, the thing is, that's the one thing about Ron. He did it by accident. He did not.
Yeah,
mean
by
to.
accident. But let's be honest here. I didn't hear regret.
I got a notification. What the fuck happened? Oh, that. Okay.
But basically, I want to do it because the main reason I'm doing this is because it costs a lot of space to put in that many songs because it's
Yeah.
like a fuck ton of songs.
And I have a fuck ton of them.
Yeah, so basically what I want to do is I want to put it in as a completely separate campaign where both me and you are DM.
Okay.
That seems way more fair because let's be honest here, I don't see them A figuring out what V actually is, or B figuring out a way to handle him.
Honestly,
I do not see them handling him.
If anything, my
You
prediction
need to
is
fight
this:
for it.
your guys are gonna end up saving the world, and then V's gonna go off doing whatever the fuck he's going to do, and they're not gonna be another riser to bring him back, and you guys gonna fight him.
Yeah, and literally, if they start saying, "What the fuck did you do?" Do you want to know what my response is gonna be? My response is gonna be, "You had every fucking chance to stop this.
me.
You had every chance."
And if anything, you
But what's
made
so
it
fun?
very fucking obvious with the
Yeah, the possession.
yeah, the possession and the what looked to them like a exorcism. So
Also, I'll give you a little bit of a tip with Lukiel. Let him have some limits. Like, yeah, he's incredibly powerful, but I think a fair option would be that if he forces a soul out of the body, there's a really good chance that they just die.
that is correct. That's why did you hear me roll my fucking dice?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's what I was
So
rolling
like,
for.
it worked that time. Like I would 100% imagine Lukiel being mad at me after I said that, and him just going to like prisons, and him just constantly trying to force out people's souls to no avail, just out of sheer anger of me saying that. Meanwhile, V could do miraculous. It's just that the fucker's soul got eaten because Crow was hungry.
So that's the thing about Crow. If you want a book for Crow, I will give you one. But
Yeah, I'd love it. Raven maybe, but I think Raven I kind of already get the gist.
But Crow specifically cannot really control the magic eater part of him.
Nice, nom. Yay.
If you didn't notice, but in the party, he seemed to like keep back from everyone except Raven.
Yeah.
He kept his distance physically.
Also, I did Crow a favor by just saying that thing's not going to do anything. Let's just go back to rest.
Yes.
And he did not give a shit. Crow dislikes the shit out. Crow's an is an uphill battle
If
for
anything, when you did that, he somewhat appreciated you telling Mo to just not worry about it.
yeah.
Because
So
Mo
by
would,
substance, whatever it's night, he becomes wolf.
it's something that he does that. How do I explain this? So, the werewolf part of him is like actually alive, and every once in a while, it just wants to shift and be free. So, and he was like, "I have to protect them for tonight, so why not?"
Yeah, and just didn't tell anyone.
Exactly. Raven already knows. It's
Yeah,
kind
Raven
of
already
like,
knows. Everyone else is asleep. Thank God that V was awake. That could have actually been a problem if he wasn't.
yeah, because Mo was awake tinkering. Mo
Mo
probably
was
would
awake.
have started screaming.
Yeah. Mo would have just started screaming while blasting his gun. Die.
Also, if you haven't realized by now, the Lucio family trait that tells you that they're part of that family is the three eyes.
That look. Okay, that might actually cause fucking like if anyone else notices that, that might actually cause suspicion about Valmont being part of that tree, which might be hilarious. Even though Valmont genuinely might want, I'm not bullshitting. Valmont might want every single one of them dead except for Raven. I am not, and eventually Raven probably too. Like, yeah, like they do some pretty. Like, I'm 100% sure Sparrow's not as nice as she says she is. Let's be honest here.
she
And
is nice to a point. She does have a limit. If you saw what happened
yeah,
with those guards back in Talonfell, you will see
yeah,
there is a limit.
yeah. Also, yeah, that's what she did the whole head tilt thing
Yeah.
when she looked at the guard who rushed at her. No, but one thing that I do find curious is that like I want to know because okay, so basically from what I heard, Rowan doesn't really fight at all.
No, he does
Luke
not.
Gill's by yeah, Luke Gill's by far the strongest. Sparrow's the only other one who's even of relatively close strength
Correct.
because there's some talk about her being able to kick her
Father's
grandfather's
ass,
ass.
yes. Her
Yeah,
grandfather's ass.
probably proud of yourself for that one. Um, there's Crow who also seems pretty powerful. There's Raven who's powerful as fuck, but just doesn't know what the fuck to do half the time.
So there are like 2 to 3 different factors that play into what they are and how strong they are. For Sparrow, it is in fact her being the oldest. It's also the fact of what she is. She is an aberration phoenix. That makes her
Yeah,
extremely fucking powerful.
it makes her
For
sneaky.
for Crow, he is strong, but not as strong as Raven because he is
Yeah.
more physical attack based than Raven is when she's magical attack based.
But I do love him trying to punch two people.
And he missed,
They're like
yes.
trying to punch the same word. What was it that I said again? I
I,
forgot
I,
what I said.
I don't remember, but it pissed them off enough that he ate the souls of 2 people.
Yeah. And but like Rowan seems to not dislike V. Lucio, I might have actually pissed Lucio off with that. Was not the intention.
You did slightly, but I assure you it's not going to be for long.
Yeah, I don't. Oh
Lucio,
no, he's not gonna try and kill me. But there is a good chance there are gonna be some random fucking prisoners who are just gonna suffer his wrath because of that. Just why is he right? Ah, ah, God damn it! God damn it! What? Wait! What happens if I remove this part? Ah, he's dead. Fuck. Which is actually like yeah, V. How close was V to dying?
very close.
Look,
I rolled
V should
18.
have died to prove the point.
I rolled 18 for the first 2 times. The first one was for him to possess you. The second
Yeah.
one was to remove your body, and then the third roll was a 13, and that was to see if you would die.
Yeah, I just don't know what I should imagine Rowan just I just dying of her own. What the fuck did I just watch?
I just want to say you got the exact number 13. If it was lower than 13, you would have
Yeah,
definitely died.
I should have died to prove a point.
That's the thing about Lucio. He's also as strong as he is, he's also merciful.
Yeah. Yes. Surgical.
But there are limits to what he can and can't do. But at the same time, that doesn't mean he's not gonna try, and that doesn't mean he's not gonna learn how to do it.
Yeah.
There's things that he's not supposed to be able to do that he's found out how to do in his own way.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Up until now, I am still quite useful. That's gonna end up being a discussion between Rowan and Luke. You're probably right.
Yeah.
That's gonna Rowan's like, wait, that's actually kind of useful. We don't have to kill it. We don't have to kill everyone now. But I'm annoyed by him. Yeah, but he's annoying. Ah. Yeah, but he's right though. That idea to me seems really funny about them discussing because yeah, V would be insanely useful, but but also to realize Rowan probably get like there are some of them will probably give more of a fuck if people actually live. Fun fact: V's not one of them. He's just trying to get in their good graces.
That's correct.
V okay, so V is again with this weird idea of if he has enough to give, he'll give it, but he's not gonna give if he doesn't have enough. He's
Right.
not like that's also what again as I said whenever the world is finished he's not going to let everyone else suffer. He's going to make the world actually feel good for being alive
Yeah.
instead of being him. But still 20% of people are still going to become fucking fuel.
Yeah.
So you know maybe it's not that good. um anything else I think about. Yeah, but also it's like good to know that Rowan
Oh.
actually doesn't seem to dislike V at all.
No, Rowan is actually a very outgoing character. He's my most outgoing character and open-minded. Like
Yeah.
he's supposed to be the complete opposite to Lucio, basically.
The idea of fucking V just dying in front of Rowan all of a sudden.
If anything, Rowan does have an item that would have attacked you right the fuck back.
Yeah, but like I wouldn't need. I'll just create a new body, but then I couldn't take off the mask for a couple of days because afterwards the fucking people would say, "Oh yeah, how do you look at your mask?" And I'm just a woman. Shit. Like that's actually something that could happen if I that other body that I deleted
Yeah.
or like the one I actually didn't delete. I sat it near Midas somewhere. I have no idea where. That one is still constructing the face,
Hmm.
technically. And in the end, by the way, because of how the longer that he's in a body, the more clay-like it is. So if I bleed, I haven't been. I almost sure I haven't been hit yet up until now. But
No.
if I bleed, it's not gonna be blood. It's gonna be like tar.
Tarlar substance, yeah.
Yeah. Which, if that doesn't fucking trigger the party, I don't know what will. You need to start being direct with them. You need to like grab something where they actually need to know stuff about everyone else.
Exactly. I am planning something like that, don't worry.
Yeah.
But
But like yeah, but like right now the hardest part is going to be to deal with Crow's racism. 'Cause I don't know, maybe a demon ate his dog or something, and that's why he doesn't like demons at all. But even then, by far, like V has been the most helpful. Like this is
I
actually
want
an
you to
uneven
know
display.
Crow's relationship with Lucio is very strained. Like Crow, he has no hatred against Raven or Sparrow, but when it comes to Lucio and any other demons, he hates them.
That is pretty ironic considering that Lukiel is by far the person that also dislikes me the most. He doesn't dislike me as much, but
Correct.
still,
Yeah.
relatively, he'd rather not interact with.
Unless he absolutely has to, yeah.
Also, I am curious, what did happen to Sparrow?
So Sparrow is doing a bunch of other shit. To be specific, if you want a clue to what's going on. Well, you already know what's going on because you got the fucking book. But
Yeah.
she's investigating. Like she's going to all the different fractures and investigating possessions and stuff like that. So you'll see her in the Barrens when you guys get
Yeah.
there.
Okay. Okay, but I mean, what happened with her and Crow? Did Crow swear at her yet?
Oh, yeah, that's correct.
God damn it! Why are you interacting with? Why are you interacting with them demon folk?
He's more pissed about the fact that she got the travel stone broken and didn't just go straight to them or Rowan.
And
That's what he's
that's
more
okay
pissed
about it.
about.
And she went to fucking a random demon who could have stolen it.
Exactly.
But again, that's another thing that makes me think like, holy fuck, what am I gonna need to do to make this guy even think about not hating me? Holy shit, I did so much for this prick in like one session time. And his
Crow is
little sister
not
seems
a
to like me.
trusting person.
I don't need him to trust me, I just need him to not hate me.
And that's gonna be hard to do.
Like, I don't think you realize. I'm at the point where if Crow decides, I don't know, could Crow kill V?
Yes. Crow is,
Yeah, for
despite
now, yeah.
everything,
Maybe give me another a couple thousand souls and we'll get there.
uh,
Give me a couple thousand souls. Yeah, I mean, I'm a lower archdemon right now. A higher archdemon is like one step away from a fucking. What's the term again? Demon lord.
my question is, if you were to get all those souls, would you actually become a demon lord?
No, because demon lords are insanely broken.
Yes.
No, but like,
And this is the point when I tell you that despite everything, no matter what they are, they have the power of demon lords.
well, that's fun.
That's why when you saw Raven shoot that air blast,
So
he
why did he
went
punch
flying.
a guard? So my question is, why did he punch a guard twice and miss? That's my question here. No, but okay, no, I mean, nobody. I'm gonna be honest here.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I'll give you this. Make them higher demons. Don't make the demon because what I have is demon lord. I
Yeah.
can't tell you yet because you'll meet it later. Yes, I'm
Yeah.
saying it.
Yes.
Um, that's insane. That is insanely strong.
Yes.
I think make them higher archdemons,
That's the thing.
which is still insanely broken. But that's basically someone who could control a legion of archdemons.
Here's the thing. They don't do shit like that. They may have that kind of power, but they don't abuse it like
Yeah.
most people would expect them to.
But like it's basically like do realize that basically means like a demon lord is basically someone who has the power to control the devil.
Yes.
I'm not bullshitting. Which is that's it, like the devil controls the entirety of hell. That's kind of insane that all of these family members
If
are
you
like, in my opinion, the two that you'd make it is Lucio and Sparrow. They're both
do I have
demon
like an
lords.
art
That
thing
makes
on
sense.
my thing? Do I have an art thing?
But higher archdemon, that's where I would put the rest.
I'm
Maybe
trying to
Raven is
find.
like a medium or a low,
I'm
but like
trying to
Raven because
find like
that's
a.
because Raven's really young.
Do I have like an art thing or something on here
An art thing.
to give you like an idea of what like their power levels are?
Yeah, but I don't. But like in my opinion, right now, you shouldn't make them all insanely strong, or like not insanely strong. It's like practically unstoppable.
if
You
you
should make them
want
all insanely strong.
if you want an idea, each one of them has an Achilles heel. Each one of them have their own weaknesses, of course. But out of all of them, Crow is definitely the weakest because of what his race is. But
Yeah,
Raven is only just a little bit higher than that.
and that's Raven just bullshit Crow. Basically, she was just born lucky
Unfortunately, yes. For Crow.
for Crow. I do genuinely think V has a problem with Crow being unlucky.
And then however, let's not stop the fact he's a magic eater. It doesn't matter what he comes across; he's still going to be able to kill it. Um, and then we've got a Sparrow, Sparrow and Lucio, they may have really high power levels, but Sparrow is just barely able. if she were to take it seriously.
Yeah. No, but like, so you say that they all have weaknesses, right?
Each one of them, yes.
Is
Some of
it
them
like an
more
actual,
grave than others.
like a kryptonite esque thing? That's pretty funny,
Yes,
actually.
yes.
But is that to make it so that there's actually a way to deal with them as the party?
No, that's more of just like something that I could do to show that they're not all powerful.
They're not all powerful. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, fair enough, I guess.
The
I mean,
only
then
one
what
that
I would
seems to not have that is Lucio, but he actually does, but I'm not saying that.
look, who has one, but they just fucking no one knows it,
Yes.
which is what makes him the most powerful.
Yes.
And this is something that we could probably figure out, right?
Yes. If anything,
V,
I'm
here's the
expecting
thing.
you to figure
V's
it out
not
in the
gonna,
second
yeah,
world.
V's not gonna look for it. That's the thing. Because V doesn't know that they exist yet, and he doesn't.
Exactly.
Maybe actually, the only person he might look for is Crow, just in case. Because like hell, even with a couple thousand souls, like he might with a couple thousand souls, he'd become a higher archdemon. He'd be able to hold him off.
Yes, but at the same time, with what he is, one touch and he's practically dead.
Yeah, but here's the thing: this fucker would literally, with all the respect in the world,
Yeah.
would have to find a sealed off demiplane. Would have to enter it, and in the demiplane fight thousands of souls that never die, and then find the core, kill the core, and then find V. Do you have any idea the sheer feat? Like, yeah, I know Luke Kill could fucking do it,
Yeah.
but I wish Crow luck. Like, there's a difference. Like, yeah, a man could fight a man, and the man would beat the man, right? But if the other man is holding a bow and arrow and is sitting on top of a 10-foot brick wall, yeah, I wish you luck.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, technically he could climb. He could climb like a fucking wolf and kill him, but like that's like but like also another thing. This is a weakness that technically they have. At
Yeah.
least V's assuming. It's not exactly a weakness. It's more so just a very much a difference, which is that V is using bodies. I'm assuming, and Lucio and definitely Rowan, but Lucio and Sparrow and such are not actually using bodies. This is them,
Yes, that is correct.
which is very much a weakness.
Yes.
Like you could kill V a million times. It's not gonna fucking matter, is it?
And most
Also,
people
I
assume
think
that's their
also
main
how many
weakness,
souls did
but
I
it's
get?
not their main weakness.
Okay, like yeah, but that would be a shitty weakness.
Yeah.
Okay, but like how many? But like how many souls did I get? By the way, I just
Oh
realized
yeah, that's
that's the
right.
thing.
Um, did you
That's
make
the
any
thing.
contracts
No,
besides
I
the
didn't make
ones?
any directly, but it purely depends on how many civilians that have used contracts have died.
Oh yeah, that's right. Hold on, let me roll for it.
Like right now, it shouldn't be that many. It should only be
Civilian.
like a couple.
Where is my fucking
Yeah,
calculator?
especially considering that there's no ongoing battle yet. Also, really, Altaria probably doesn't fucking like me, does she?
She likes you, but also does not trust you.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. The fucking V's been there. Why do you think V shakes people's hands? The reason why he shakes people's hands is to get over the shitty misconception of if a demon shakes your hand, you're fucked.
Exactly.
He needs way more than a handshake to fucking get that shit done. He needs an entire ass conversation. And wait, I got someone's favor, by the
And
way.
you got about, I want to say 75 souls.
Okay, 75. Fuck me. Okay, wait. What level would that make me? 75 from just people dying in accidents. Yeah, this is great. Like, I wish I was bullshitting. These are literally just people who died in accidents.
Yes, that is correct.
That would get me. Fuck me. I was expecting like 15 souls. I'll take it. I guess I don't know how. I didn't research how many people die during accidents while preparing for war. Alright, so I have an entire 11 souls. I used to have 13, but I used one body, and I don't remember where the other one went. So I'm just
Yeah.
gonna say 11. How many souls?
75 plus 75.
75. So I will have
I don't know if you
had 0,
realize the
3.
influence that Midas has.
Yeah, so level 4.
Because
So
some of them
level
are like
4, that would be
outside
10.
of Gold Vein.
Okay, cool. So it will be an entire 86 souls. That's the entirety of it. You could probably no, you can probably see how happy V is. Calcolato. I'll look that up at some point. Okay, so that will be 86 minus 3 okay, so minus 3 minus 6 minus 10. So that he's definitely level 4. Minus 18 minus 28, and that's probably where it ends. Yes, that is. So he will be level 6
Level 6.
technically. He'll still have the HP of level 3.
Yeah.
So that'll bring him up to 21. Or not 21, actually, more. 23? Because he's faking his HP in the end.
Yes.
He's faking his HP. If he dies, what happens? What happens. Um, he doesn't gain anything from being level 3, really. I guess he gains Pact. Pact the Talisman, probably, but I'll figure that out later. Um,
I'm kind of surprised you didn't ask Rowan for the alignment changing relic.
oh, yeah, that's something I need to. But, like, he'd rather find it himself. He'd rather not owe them favors.
That's the thing. Rowan does stuff like this for free.
Yeah, okay. Well, he doesn't know that. Again, yeah, that's one of those moments where, like, yeah, maybe I need to tell that to V. And also, why the hell would Rowan want to help a demon he barely knows?
That's the thing. Rowan is personally called a tinkerer. People come to him for things that they want or need to be made, and that's what he does. He
Like, by the
doesn't
way,
really
Rowan,
care who it
Rowan
is.
probably knows Oliver Graves. Rowan probably knew Oliver Graves.
Yes, that's correct. Most likely.
So, will that be a positive or a negative?
A bit of a both. At
Oh,
first, he would be happy to see his friend again, but then he would realize that that's not his friend.
yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah, I mean, by now, genuinely, Oliver Graves has gone mad.
Yeah.
With seemingly power, because how V did it is that V made him think that he is the leader.
Mhm.
So he's like a mad king at this point.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: V technically can't say that he did anything wrong because this man was like that in life. In life, he was also like this. He just kept it going in death to his advantage.
Exactly.
So what did V do wrong? Again, V is such a questionable character, but he's technically not wrong,
Exactly.
which is which is probably gonna annoy a lot of people.
Yes.
Like he's not meant to be likable, but he's very much like. And technically, like another thing, he's not technically incorrect. He was technically kicked out of heaven for
Yeah.
being a demon.
Yeah.
What he did afterwards was definitely not deserving of heaven, but he's not incorrect about the point. And also the idea of, guess what, in today's like, would you genuinely be willing to go to heaven if you had a 1 in 5 chance to go to hell? A lot of people would take that chance.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here. Like, there's so much. That's why I love this character. He's so fucking, like, he could do fucking anything.
Exactly.
He's so complicated. But he's a really good character. Also, he's creepy as fuck. Whenever you think in the idea of, wow, what if that happened to me, you start to be really creeped out. But just so you know, them not really having ethics helps me so much. And they have ethics, but I don't think they give that much of a shit.
But as I like to reiterate, Rowan does not give a shit what he's making or who he's making it for. He just
Yeah,
hates him.
I explained it by explained by the demon parasite that turned someone into a fucking warframe.
That was him experimenting.
Yay!
I want you to know
So,
he's not touched plants or anything like that after that. He's like too
but
much.
let's get into a better. What's the relationship between Crow and Rowan, or is it just non-existent?
It is definitely there. It's more of like a business transaction when it comes to the two of them. Rowan
Business
doesn't
transaction.
really mind, but that's basically it.
Such a good family. So like basically Raven is just good with no one dislike everyone likes Raven, right?
Correct.
Because he's the key child who could kill anything. But we're little Crow. What is everyone's opinion on Crow, by the way?
Everyone's opinion. So Lucio would like to bend their relationship. Um, when it comes to Sparrow, Sparrow definitely sees her as more of a brother than anything else, or him,
Yeah.
and definitely wants to do her best to make sure that he doesn't have anything to worry about as an older sister.
Yeah.
But despite anything, she's also somewhat afraid of her brother because of the power that he holds. Despite everything, he is still strong.
Yeah. But like how does his soul eating power work? Because it's random, but how does it work?
So if he were to touch someone physically, he could practically dispel their magic and eat it, which would cause their soul to be scattered or eaten as well. He can choose whether or not they do either one. Either way, it will empower him and make him even stronger.
Okay, with all the respect to the world, that makes V is counter.
Yes.
But like if there was one family member V could take, it would be Crow.
Yes.
For the simple reason that that attack, yeah, hell, if he touches if he touches Lukiel would die. That's right.
Yeah, that would be correct if he wanted to.
If you wanted to, you just have to touch it first, which probably would never happen. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: if he touches V, fuck all would happen. Nice. I now have 85 souls instead of 86. Well done.
However, this also makes the other point. It doesn't mean when you saw what happened earlier with the guards in last session, they
Yeah.
just dropped dead.
Yeah, he doesn't
Because
have
you
to touch
picked
them
them off.
directly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anything,
But in
it works
but in
in like three
yeah.
different ways. It works in three different ways. It could be either a physical touch. He either has to only touch them once and it will work. Or number three, he can do it from a range, but that depends on his emotions.
Yeah, it also depends on how strong the soul is.
Yeah.
But yeah, the soul that V is currently using is incredibly strong, but not all of them are. I
That
promise you that
doesn't
much.
mean that he can't still eat it. It
Yeah,
would just
but
take more
still,
effort.
that means that okay, I'm gonna talk about V when he's at full power because right now V
Yes.
is very much lower archdemon.
Yes.
V, Raven is purely luck based. I don't know if you could take her. Genuinely, purely depends on where. Fun thing is where the wind blows. And by the way, V plays defensively, so that also gives him a massive advantage. Sparrow, he's fucked. Lukiel, he's of course fucked. I don't see like unless he figures out an Achilles heel to the to
Achilles
any
heel.
of them for now.
Yeah.
The only Achilles heel that he'd want to figure out is Crow, so that might actually be the one way that he'd want to try to figure it out. But he also wants to look for Crow.
Because if anything, he's like the main threat. It doesn't matter where you're keeping those souls. If he finds it, he can just destroy it with one
No,
touch.
the main reason is because he just dislike he just dislikes him. Crow dislikes V. So why the hell would I not think about how do I handle this brick in a pinch?
But Crow is meant to be the unknown threat when it comes to this family. He has extreme power when it comes to magic eating. However, when it
Technically,
comes to practically everything else, he doesn't have his abilities are increased, but
try
that's
he
practically
tries to punch people. If you throw him into a pit and put 10 warlocks with Eldritch Blast on top, he's fucked.
Thing is, he's actually a pretty skilled fighter. Fighter barbarian is the class that he is.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, I mean, if you have a touch of death, might as well get up close. I'd help. But
Normally, we
like,
already know is a
yeah.
wizard. I don't know what Raven. Raven probably sorcerer.
Raven would if Raven can't control her powers, she's a sorcerer. Unless technically, like here's the thing, it purely depends on if her power is innate or not.
Describe innate for me.
Okay, the biggest difference between a wizard and a sorcerer is wizards grab power from the weave. Um. I'm just sending me a message. We'll do that later. Wizards grab power from the weave or from any different power source, but as long as it doesn't have anything to do with a god, you're a wizard.
Okay.
Although yes, there's a goddess of magic, but that's a whole different
It's a whole
story.
nother story.
That she is the caretaker of magic. She's not a god of it.
Yes.
It's kind of like the god of time isn't actually controlling time. He's
More
taking
the
care of time.
caretaker, yeah.
Yeah. Um, sorcerers have powers from something actively inside of them. May it be wild magic, them being a draconic creature, them having aberrational or demonic
Bloodline.
bloodline, whatever it comes from is from them.
In that case, for her, it would definitely be innate.
Yeah, so she'd be a sorcerer. Sorcerers can be wizards, but
Because here's the fun fact.
that's because anyone can be a wizard,
Here's the fun
but not
fact.
anyone can be a sorcerer. Yeah.
Raven's exact race is aberration fae.
Okay. But also, there's like I'm gonna have to leave for a bit. I think at that point we'll just end it.
Okay.
But like, there's also one more thing in that V's trying to write down ways to either uh, be able to handle them in a fight, or B, make it so that you never have to fight them. So like with giving favors. So now he knows Lukiel. The best way that he could get Lukiel to like him is by trying to mend his relationship with Crow, which is not going to
Yes.
be easy.
No, not.
He knows that by far Crow is by far the person he can handle the most in a fight. He doesn't know Rowan because Rowan's probably
Rowan
incredibly
does
powerful.
not fight unless he has to. If anything, he
Yeah.
prefers to be a pacifist.
Yeah, but let's be honest here.
I
If
will
he
tell you right now.
if he fought, V would get rolled.
Yeah, no, he would.
And also to realize V again, if he has to deal with Rowan, he has to deal with Lukiel, which is just
Especially
no.
considering who created him. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the another thing. So by far the most handleable one is Crow. Raven's just pure luck.
And then there is something I really want to tell you, just as a DM to DM, because this would be
Yeah.
information you would use if you wanted to, specifically
Yeah.
about Rowan. There's a reason why he's able to make these things, and that's and why the gods have the power that they have right now.
Mhm.
And that is Rowan is the one who probably led them to what they have now.
Depends on the group of gods because there's multiple groups.
Because Rowan has been around longer than the gods have been. I'm saying that right now.
Yeah, that's not that difficult. The godlike pantheon is like an ever-changing bar.
And something that I would also like to know is, anything were to happen to Rowan, the gods would become mortal.
All of them technically already are.
But basically, they would be killable, basically.
Yeah, technically all the gods are killable, but it's just have fun trying that.
Yeah.
Alright, but I'm gonna leave for now.
Alright, you have a good day.
We can continue talking later. Alright, see ya.
Bye.